The galactic research vessel Curiosity 4 was renowned for its precision, caution, and absolute adherence to safety procedures. Except today. Professor, we appear to have inadvertently activated Protocol 47, Dr. Vex chirped nervously, all three sets of antennae twitching in unison. Professor Learn, a tall, dignified alien whose gelatinous form shimmered anxiously under fluorescent lights, sighed deeply. Remind me. Protocol 47? Do not wake the human. Oh. And human is awake. And unhappy. Across the deck, the cryo chamber hissed open dramatically. Clouds of frost billowed out theatrically. And from within came a voice, like gravel coated in pure exhaustion. Someone better have coffee. Within moments, the laboratory was a maelstrom of chaos. Equipment tumbled to the floor as the disoriented human, a tall, weary woman in rumpled space pajamas and fuzzy slippers, stumbled around angrily. You! She pointed directly at Dr. Vex, who cowered bravely behind his clipboard. What year is it? Year? Vex squeaked. You mean locally? Or… Yes. It's… Stardate 42… Never mind. The human waved dismissively. Coffee. I was promised coffee. Professor Learn gently glided forward. We apologize, human. It was entirely unintentional. She squinted at him through half-lidded eyes. You're talking Jello. Fantastic. Wake me in another century. Minutes later, the alien crew huddled anxiously in the corridor. We must contain the damage, Vex whispered frantically, triple-checking his notes. Human unpredictability can destabilize the entire research team. Preposterous, scoffed Dr. Zilli, a reptilian xenobiologist. They're one species. How dangerous can they possibly be? A distant crash echoed down the hallway, followed by the human's unmistakably cranky voice. Who designed this coffee maker? A meteor. They all exchanged nervous glances. Point taken, Zilli conceded. The human stood defiantly before the laboratory coffee maker, a complex alien device resembling a small particle collider. Listen, you futuristic toaster, she growled, pressing buttons at random. You are going to give me caffeine, or we're both going down in flames. Vex approached cautiously. Human, perhaps I can assist. I've handled warp engines simpler than this, she muttered, jabbing one final button. The device hissed dramatically and ejected a perfectly brewed cup of coffee. She took a sip, visibly relaxed, and nodded appreciatively. Never mind. We're good. Once caffeinated, the human became surprisingly conversational, lounging comfortably in a swivel chair while the crew listened anxiously. Honestly, she said, sipping her mug. If you want to avoid waking humans, just don't put big red buttons labeled "Do Not Press" near our chambers. It's like you've never met one of us before. Dr. Vex frowned, but the instructions were clearly marked. Exactly. The human nodded sagely. Clearly marked warnings are just tempting fate. Like no entry signs or danger, explosive. We're gonna press that every time. Professor Learn shuddered slightly. Your species frightens me on an existential level. The human shrugged. We frighten ourselves sometimes. Later, Professor Learn solemnly edited Protocol 47. Amended Protocol 47, he dictated carefully into the recorder. In the event of human awakening, provide caffeine immediately. Avoid large red buttons. Expect chaos, sarcasm, and occasional insights into universal absurdity. He paused, glancing sideways at the human, who was casually reclining nearby, coffee in hand, chuckling quietly to herself. Also note, he continued gravely, humans appear to thrive on unpredictability and caffeine, and somehow find amusement in even the direst circumstances. The human raised her mug in a cheerful salute. And donuts. You forgot donuts. Professor Learn sighed deeply and concluded the protocol. Addendum. Donuts are required.